welcome back, welcome back. I know Facebook lags, so I'll give it a second. It seems still going round and round. Hi and welcome to Wednesday Night Wisdom. Tonight I want to talk about grace. Now, my lovelies, while I'm waiting for people to hop on, I shall be playing a song and I'll be shared now. So just read with the about and comment like what you're feeling, okay? Well, bear with me. Do you like? Can you hear the song? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Hi Diane. Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Can you let me know if you can hear me? Awesome. Okay, cool. We'll be going off in it shortly. I just have it on while I'm waiting for people to come on. Thank you. Please stay. Well, I'm not. I'm hoping it's stay. Hello everybody, welcome. Right, I'm just putting on my Instagram as well. Okay, right, cool. Anyway, hello Mrs. What's the crack? What's the crack? I just played a beautiful song. Um, yeah, just trying to embrace grace before I come on. So yeah, I hope you are all doing well. Do you think if right? Okay, backtrack for anyone that's just hopping on. What's going on? You didn't read the introduction here, does it? Just like, hey, there's Theo. I think I'll just go check her out, which is all good. So I just want to talk about how introducing grace into my life has made my life and what I'm trying to do on biz much more. Hey Amy, what's the crack? How bringing grace into my life has improved not just my whole being, but how I present myself, right? So what I mean by that is okay, probably around 3 months ago, like for me to go on a live, I'd be like, oh shit, I'd have to wear a blouse. I'd probably have to straighten my hair. I probably have to stick on a bit of makeup because I don't want people thinking that I'm just fucking free willy nilly taking the piss. But now it's all good. I just show up because I can, and I know the right people will be here for me and they'll embrace me, and that's also good. So I did a light language transmission last week, I think it was, and I asked Grace. Welcome Amy, good to see your face. Yeah, I asked Grace, like, just to give me a message and give the collective a message, and she is so soft, and she's so beautiful, and at the end of the day, she is you, she is me, she is the sky, she is earth, she is spirit, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, like, I got sidetracked. Hello on Instagram, hello on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on 2 different sites here, so bear with me, and I want to make sure I'm getting all their comments. So yeah, then there could be times, like, I mean, there today I went to do a live, and like I didn't plug in my laptop, so that's bully for me. But it was a live on Facebook and a live on Instagram, and it just cut out, and normally I would have been freaking out, and I'd be like, oh holy shit. Hey, hold on, just want to read the comment down here. Okay, give me 1 sec, Diane, and I'll get back to you. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I would have normally freaked out, and I would have been having panic attacks and everything, but it's like, do you know what? I'll just carry on, and just, like, it is what it is, and sure, what's the point in getting freaked out over it? If you go back on live and you're all freaked out, people pick up on your energy, do you know? So no, it's not a good thing. And then if I make a mistake, I'm not so hard on myself. The easiest way I can put this is you have to what Source and Grace is, and many more is asking of us right now, is to go back to being, connect with ourselves and love ourselves unconditionally, like the way we would nurture a child. And I know a lot of people don't have time for this, and look, for some it's just 5 minutes a day, like, at least, to make an impact on your life. Do you know what I mean? And that's just gratitude. There's so much you can do. You don't have to spend hours meditating, and you don't have to sit in a, like, I'm sitting here with my legs crossed, and people think I'm meditating when I'm doing that. You can meditate in the shower, you can meditate while you're walking, do you know? So anyway, getting back to everything with grace, like, for anyone that say, like, Amy, you're in our group at the minute, which is fucking epic, isn't it? And everything is like, you don't You don't have to show up at, say, 8 o'clock because you think that if you don't show up, you're going to lose your followers. You know, you don't have to show up because you feel like you're going to like lose the people that you love and stuff like that. And you don't have to show up in a certain way. This is all changing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to show up in a certain way, that you have to dress a certain way, you have to speak a certain way. At that rate, I'd be fucking shut off a long time ago because I can't stop cursing. And I'm sitting here and I'm going to be honest with you lads, I have my t-shirt on and my pyjama bottoms. But it's all good. So, Diane, getting to your question, right? I need you to keep me on track, lads, because I do get inclined to go off track. So how long have you been doing the light language and how did it start for me? Okay. That would have been come back and watch the replay. It's amazing connections. Yeah, it is amazing, Amy. It is. Amy's saying that it's amazing and tailored to us, and being able to come back and watch the replays is amazing, and the connections forming are so special, and your tribe, oh my god. But anyway, getting back to the question about the light language, I would have had my own kind of language all my life. Like, you know, people say, what the fuck are you talking about, Sue? And it's only when you kind of get to know me, but people do say, I don't know what fucking planet you're on, Sue, but not like that. But they actually say to me, give it to me straight, Sue, I don't understand your lingo. Do you know? So I just call it Sue's own language, and I've done that for years, but I really got more into it about 6 months ago. And no, I'm not telling you exactly how to do it. This is how I did it. So like, everyone's experience is different, but I would suggest anyone that's trying it out, certainly before you start, you have to have, say, half an hour free, where there's basically, if you can tune out distractions around you, which I can, that is good, because then it doesn't matter what's going on around you, you're just in your zone. So I'm able to do that now, but there's people that can't. So if you can't do that, then you have to get a space where you have a bit of peace and quiet, and certainly don't just jump into it. So you have to have, say, a half an hour to an hour beforehand where you're in your zone. And for me personally, I would, like, even before I came on here tonight, I spoke with Source, and I asked Source, what did, like, the collective need to hear, like, tonight? How can I best serve humanity in an easy way right now? So that's what I did, and that's how I got that. So that's my connection. So I always connect. I always come from unconditional love, and I always ask that question. And I've done this before I started here. So like I said, you can't just willy-nilly jump into it and try it. But light language is basically where you're channeling from source, or you're channeling from angels, or you're channeling from fairies. There's a whole different team of various lots of. Anyway, I'll come back to your question in a minute. So, like I said, just connect with love. And when you're doing it, you cannot think. The best way you can describe it is, like, if you're on a computer and you're trying to type away and you're trying to say, from here on in, I am going to live my life with unconditional love, right? So if you're typing that away on the screen, you have to, like, you have to place your fingers where they're supposed to go. You have to remember where, like, your JKF whatever is, and your ASDF whatever. And then you're kind of thinking, like, what's in front of that, the space, and what's next, and how do you spell that? It does not work like that. Okay? It does not work like that. You cannot, not that you cannot, some people can, but my suggestion to you is totally switch off, have no expectations, just know that you have good intentions, and know that some people are going to think that you're taking the piss. You're seriously taking the piss. Okay, one sec. I'm just reading Diana's comment. I just let everything come to me naturally, and the light language just comes. So I think it may be best to just let things unfold naturally. Don't you? Yeah, yeah. Don't push it. Don't force it. It'll come to me when you're ready. Like, I used to think, what the hell is that, and how's people doing that? But anyway, if I used to ask right now, like, source, what does the collective need to hear? So I ask source of price conscious, the Galactic Federation leader, angels, spirits, fairies, archangels. Is there a particular message you want me to translate right now? I am willing. I am open. I love you and thank you. Istana kita tata, ostana kita tata, istana kita tata, ostana kita, istana kanata, istana kita, istana kita. You're all on a journey, and it's like as if you want to get to there, but like you're rushing it. No, don't rush it. Istana kita. It's baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. They always make me laugh. Ostana kita, istana kanata. Some people think that in order to get there, alright, slow down. In order to be where you need to be, people think that they need to do, to be, to have. That's not the way to do it all. You need to be, to do, to have. I think I'm saying it right. Am I saying it right? Yeah, they're saying yeah. So that's me going off on a little sidetrack. I shall wave to people. I'll try and wave. So anyway, guys on Instagram. Oh shite. If you have any questions for me, just type it in. So, getting back to having grace in your life. If you were handed, if it was possible for you to be handed grace on a plate right now, what would your life be like? I'll put it in the comments. I know Facebook lags, so I'll wait. Excuse me. And for those on, yeah, lads, tell me, if you were given grace on a plate right now, what would your life be like? Right now we have the group. Alright, I'll repeat it. If you were handed grace to you on a plate right now, even haven't explained what grace is, what would your life be like? So I know as well, like, I mean, going back to, I was deleting messages last night. I've tons of messages, but anyway, the amount of people that I haven't gone back to, but I'm not worried about it. It's all cool. It's fine. But anyway, calmness is the first thing. Yes. My family would see me for who I really am and love me simply for being that. Absolutely, Diane. Absolutely. 100%. We do not need to show up comparing ourselves to others, right? We do not need to do that. Like, the days of hustling, the days of all this crack of following leads and emails and you know, the sleazy DMs, you know, to friends. No, it's all gone. You do not need to do that. All you need to do is just show up when you can, and be yourself. Just be yourself. I curse, I stutter, I forget shit. I used to let that hold me back, and I don't. I have my followers. It's cool. Yes, calmness, very good. Let's see, is there any? So anyway, what I was saying to you was, like, when I was writing that book a long time ago, like, I have a sequel coming out, but there's a story behind it. I'll share it another day. But like, you had to go and follow up with people if they wanted a, say, a paragraph in your book. This is with the producers that were printing it. But anyway, you had to follow people up. No, write them or ring them, and and see if you can have an interview with them. And the way that you had to do it was, like, you'd have your interview, you'd say, right, in chapter 2 I was thinking putting you in this part, seems you're the expert, and it, like, how would you feel about that, and blah blah blah. And then, like, you'd have your conversation. And what the company had said to me was, you have to do what's the word, the Christopher Columbus, I think it's Christopher Columbus, Columbo, you know, your man with the fucking the brown jacket and the cigar. Just one more thing. But anyway, you had to have your interview, so you pretend you're all done and dusted and you were just ready to head out the door. But as you were going, you just say one more thing. And I know it's really late and I know you're busy, but I have a what did they call it? I think it was called a co-authoring plan. And would you be interested in having a look? But that was for them to, like, because they were getting detective, yes. That was because, like, you were trying to get them to invest thousands in your book that wasn't printed already, and I didn't like that. So that's what I mean. You don't need to do all that shit. You really, really don't. So anyway, bringing Grace into my life. Nobody is perfect, but I'm not perfect, but I'm happy with the way I am. Okay, I'm not I was going to say, like, I'm not fucking massive like some of the women out there, but I am massive in my own skin, and by massive I mean gorgeous. So that's what I mean, just loving on yourself, taking 5 minutes out for yourself. Like, I just say to people, I'm really loving this self-pleasure, and people think that when you're having self-pleasure, it's masturbating, and it's not. Self-pleasure is having it back, like, well, if you masturbate, fair play to you, but I'm just saying, but it's having it back. It's like buying yourself some flowers when you need flowers. It's going for that massage when you feel like you need someone to hug you, or to rub you or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, like, we need to get over this thing that self-pleasure is fucking masturbating, because, lads and ladies, it is not. What's it going to take for you to realise how much you are worthy, to realise how beautiful you are? Isn't life too fucking short? Like, I mean, we look around us, and I know there's a lot of chaos in the world, but we don't. Yes, Angela, thank you. Like, I know there's, like, turn off the TV for a while, turn off the news for a while, turn off the radio for a while, or if you're gonna have the radio on, put some songs on that makes you fucking dance. I used to love to dance. The old bones can't hack it anymore, but I do dance. I'll get up and I'll make a holy fucking show of myself, and I don't care, because I'm loving it. I don't sing either, but I will get up and sing, because that's me having the crack. And I do it for me, I don't do it for anyone else. This is all self-pleasure. So, if you can incorporate it's not just self-pleasure, it's just nurturing yourself, in your whole being, in so much ease and flow, no pressure, no hassle, no judgment. Like if you had a loved one in front of you, albeit a child or an older person, and you were taking care of them and they made a mistake, would you call them a fucking idiot? No, you wouldn't. You'd always praise them. Well done, you tried. Or if they you know, even people that are your friends and they say, like, you know, they have a business idea and do you want to try it out? I mean, I say fair play to the people that try it, and even though it might be as successful as they desire, they tried it. It's still not in their fucking head as a to-do list. Do you get me? We are too hard on ourselves, and we are too hard on a lot of people around us. I am trying my best to not be as judgmental as I once was, to love more than criticize, to embrace more, and to love more of me as well. It's so beautiful. Like, people say to me, how come, Sue? Because there's a lot of shit going on in my life. And how is it, Sue, that you're able to show up with a smile on your face? It's because I can. It's because I choose to smile. It's because I know anxiety, I know depression, I know mental health, I know fucking suicide, I know heart attacks, I know strokes, I know what, say, fucking being autistic is like and trying to fit in. I know all of that. I've had experience in my family of that. I don't want to go down that road again. It nearly killed me. So that's why I choose to show up with a smile on my face. And when you come from, imagine if your kids are, how will I put this? They're young and they're probably in the house, you know, especially with the Rona at the minute, but they're in the house and they're probably fighting and you know, killing each other or shouting at each other, and you probably need a break, and you're just like, for fuck's sake, will you just stop? Just give me a break. Hi Nikki, welcome. Well, in my day when my lads were younger, it would have been very, very easy because it was hectic. And life at the minute is just as hectic. I'm not with the kids, it's just my family circumstances. And I really, really, really don't want to go down that road of mental health ever again. I really don't want to go down the road of not fitting in. I really don't want to go down the road of people saying I'm fucking off the wall. Lula. And to be honest with you, if that's what you think, I really, really don't give a fuck. And even those that have you know, have written stuff that, you know, like they're not in alignment with what I'm saying, I'll just say, okay, that's your opinion, and in the quiet side, I'll just say a little prayer and send them love, because I just say, you're probably hurting more than I am right now, and you might need it. And that's what grace does. Is this making sense, my lovelies? I do go on a little tangent, and yes, I'm sitting on the floor again. So my Instagram peeps, are you all right over there? You just having a little gander. That's okay. It's all welcome. So we do have I'm holding space in a group, and it's called Grace is the New Black. Now, this is not selling, but I'm just saying, we have Rebecca Elfemier, we have Alex Tripod, we have Emma, and we have Jax, and they're all super powerhouses. And all the money, I just want to say on this live, all the money is going to a charity in Bali. And I know a lot of people is probably on here saying that, you know, you can't trust these charities and whatnot. Well, I have a friend who's over in Bali and I trust her 100%. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from. So anyway, getting back to us, and like I said, bring grace into your life, and bring grace, if you have a business, into your business life. So tell me in the comments, if you don't mind, how would you be willing to bring grace into your life right now? What's the one thing you can do for yourself? I shall wait. Wait in the comments. It's okay. And even like, oh yeah, I was going to say about the kids. I missed that bit. But anyway, if in the house, like, you know, you have kids and whatnot, and they're wrecking your head, like, we have come from generations and generations and generations and generations and generations and generations. Okay, Nikki, nice one. Of being told what to do, how to do it, how to say, how not to say it, how to dress, how not to dress. We've had so much diversity and adversity, and what I call this is conformity and wearing a mask. Conformity is basically where we have for generations, like as far back as I can, you know, the stars go back, we have all been conformed in one way, shape or another. When you come into this world, you are free. All right, it's not the parents' fault. I want to say that right here, right now. It's not the parents' fault. When we come into the world right now, we come in naked, and it's over, say, you know, 6 months, 12 months, a year, and whatever. Like, we start to mix in with society. We start to know what's right and wrong, what they perceive as right and wrong. Let me correct that. We start to know what society perceives as what's right and wrong. And if you don't fit in that bracket, well, then you're a weirdo. You're a complete and utter weirdo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's how society would have seen that. I'm the biggest weirdo going, and I love it. I just want to know, is this making sense? You know? So, say from when the child goes into preschool, they're being, when you go into preschool, and I've said this for a long time, especially but like advocating for the stuff that I have been for years, but when you go into preschool, there is, you know, say an agenda. There is just topics, and you know, you learn your skills and whatever, and then you have your lunchtime, and then you have you know, wash up time, whatever. But these are skills brought in by, say, the tutors, the society. Not the tutor's fault, because they're only doing what they were taught to do. Remember that, okay? So they would have been teaching the kids what they know best, but the teachers would have been taught what they know best from teachers that they were taught that know best. But it's up to us to change that. If your kid goes to school and he's going to lose grades because he's not good at maths, and he is, say, brilliant at art, like, why can't the system in the school, like, encourage the art and encourage it in a way that, you know, it brings out other aspects of the child and its learning and whatnot. Like, it's up to, I'm getting excited here, sorry. It is up to us to change all that. Does that make sense? And we can do it. We just have to make a statement, no more. And that's what grace does. No more. No more bullshit. No more saying to people, oh, someone asks you to do something, you really don't want to do it. And like, I've done this on a video before. If you say no because you're leaving yourself open to giving a reason. Okay, I'll give an example. If you say no because um, I'm looking after my sister's child that night and I just can't do it, and um, that leaves a room for them to come back and say, well, can you not just cancel with them and do it another night and do that favor for me? And then you're left, well, I don't really want to cancel. Like, that's all bullshit. Like, you shouldn't really have to go into all of that. So what I say to people is, if you're asked to do something and you just really don't want to do it, just say no. And if they say why, just say, that's my reason. No. Don't leave yourself open to be questioned, or leave yourself open to be, having multiple statements after that as to why you can't change it or do another night or change whatever. Just gracefully and with love, just say no. This is what embracing, like, I probably sound like a weirdo, but like, this is what like embracing grace is all about. And she's been longing for this for a long time, for everybody. Like, I know when I was growing up, what led me to all this, when I was growing up, I did have to conform and whatnot, like everybody else. Um, and it just wasn't working for me. And now my kids growing up, like, they would have having to, I allowed the system to conform them as well, because I was none the wiser. But it's over, like, it's just when you just take, after taking so much shit in your life, and you just fucking crack and you crumble and you just go down the deepest hole of darkness, and you just say no more. If you love yourself that much, you'll say no more. Do you love yourself that much? Do you? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear you. I love myself. I love me. I love my sons. I love my husband. He wrecks me head most of the time, but I hold space for that. Mhm. I love my brothers and sisters. I love my mum, and I love me. So boom shakalaka, is this making sense, lads? I don't know, many of you love yourselves. I love me. If you think I'm a weirdo, you can unfriend me, and I'd still love you. Boom shakalaka. So, whatever gives you, I know Facebook lags as well, but whatever brings you more joy into your, mhm, absolutely, because that is what we're used to. I'm just reading the comments here. Um, that I totally understand. Totally understand. Like, when you love people around you more so than you love yourself. People think it's selfish to be selfish, and it's not. People think self pleasure, aka wanking or not, is is selfish, and it's not. And for those that you came on later, I did say earlier, wanking is not only form of self pleasure. Um, no, we need to start loving ourselves. If Okay, how will I put this in a gentle way? I'm not so very good in doing gentle, because I usually have bubbled speech. Um, no, I can't figure out a gentle way, so I'm just gonna have to say, if you keep on loving yourself, now loving others more than you love yourself, you're gonna run out of steam. If you keep doing that, um, it goes without saying that your your aches and pains, if you have aches and pains, are going to multiply, and you're going to have flare-ups and whatnot. If you feel ill, you're going to feel worse. If you haven't felt ill already, you probably will. You'll end up running down, getting run down, and at the end of the day, you won't be good to anybody. You should not feel guilty about loving yourself. You should not. If anything happens to the right, again, I can't put this lightly, but right, I'll just say, if something were to happen to you when you're looking after someone, what's going to happen? If your kids' lives, let's say, would thrive, you being around longer, then why wouldn't you love yourself? If you are say a mentor, leader, a way shower to your loved ones that this is the way things are going, we are going to like heal the generations past and the generations to come. Like, I hope I've severed that conformity line with my lads, and hopefully they'll do it with their kids. Do you know? We really need to do it. I'm only asking you guys 5 minutes a day. You can even do it if you're out having a smoke. That's if you smoke. If you're having a shower, if you're washing your hair. But like, if you can do some gratitude, and it's like, I did a post there last week. I'll give you an example. I did a post there last week, and it was again on self pleasure, and it was just like, how I used to look in the mirror and see, like, I went from being real skinny to being like fat, and like I would have had an opinion on that, but no, it's like, look at those arms. Aren't I able to hold my children when they need a hug? Or look at my legs. Aren't they able to let me take a bit of fresh air when I need to go outside? My breathing wouldn't be the best at the best of times, but I can breathe. And then it's like, look at my belly. And in the past I probably would have said, look at that big belly, and it's like, no, look at that belly that brought 3 beautiful kids into this world. Do you get me? We just need to rephrase our thinking in regards to ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. So I'm asking you beautiful people on Insta and here on Facebook, right? You're saying you're going to meditate a bit more. Grace in your life brings you more peace, more joy. If you have a business, like, how are you going to look at your staff members having grace in your life? If they make a mistake, are you just going to like give out shite to them? Or if they're behind on something, like, all them ways are going to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, no. Working hard from 9 to 5 and bringing your work home, I've done it all. Bringing your work home and staying up to midnight to make sure that, like, it's all done and it's done right, and then you go back to work the next day and you're giving a load of shite or over what you didn't do. Like, ask me whole. I don't want to work 9 to 5. I want to work the hours that I want to do. I want to build a business that will leave a legacy that will have no conformity for, and breaking the conformity from generations past to generations future. That is my desires in my life, and for me to keep on doing it, I need to look after me too. So I have embraced grace in my life and in my biz, and it's beautiful. It's so much more relaxing. You don't need to hustle. You don't need to follow people. You don't need to ask people to, will you please send people into my group? I've done such ridiculous things, and if it's you that's watching, I didn't know in the time, and I'm so sorry, but it's just so icky. So icky. So, my lovelies, tell me in the comments if that was helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, while I have yourself, yes, like I said, I keep saying on the lives, we don't post it any every day anymore. We just hop on live because this is what Grace does to you. But like, I'm just letting you know, 7:30 every night you'll find something on William's page, and 8 o'clock on my page every night you'll find something that. And tomorrow I'll be doing a light language transmission. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, my lovelies, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. I am truly honoured to be here, and I certainly hope that you will um, bring Grace into your life. And if you do want to know about the group, just hit me a PM and I'll send you the link. And like I said, any money that's brought in is being donated. So, without further ado, I shall love you, leave you, and thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Take care. God bless. Bye.